Wow, that was some great stuff right there. Especially the ending. I began as always in the matchless name of Jesus. This video is going to be doing my review of Gotham Season 2, Episode 11, Worse Than a Crime. So, yeah, so this episode... Okay, so I'm just going to jump immediately into what I liked about this episode. Here's what I liked. I like seeing more progression, and I like seeing the fact that Bruce was not falling for any of Silver's moves on him. So that was really good. It's like he's finally. I could not take jumping into Bruce just falling for a fake person again, falling for her fakeness again. So yeah. Yeah. And number two, I also like seeing Jim, and I'm trying to think of anything else. I will tell you that I like Jim Gordon getting taser. Alfred Pennyworth getting taser was rather funny. Sorry, that was funny. Anyways, and there was also essentially, I just feel like there was a. Also, I feel like the foreshadowing for Court of Owls when Jim and no wait, not Jimmy, Jimmy when Jim, not wait, but Bruce and Silver were talking. He mentioned an owl. It was like the fewer foreshadowing for the Court of Owls storyline. That's a storyline that's going on in the Batman comics for the New 52. So yeah, and also I like that Theo Galvan is finally offed at last. It's like this first half of the season was just wrapping up that storyline. This episode was just wrapping up the first half storyline. So, and the last thing I liked at the end was Mr. Freeze at last. I was wondering before this episode started, like, when are we going to get to Mr. Freeze? When are we getting to Mr. Freeze? I'm like, this is about the rise of villains. I want to see Mr. Freeze. I want to see Doctor Strange. I also want to see all these other Mad Hatter and all these other Batman villains. So yeah. Yeah, and finally we get him. Can't wait for the second half of the season to start. So also, another thing that I liked was the fight scene, the shootout in between Gallivan's men and Jim Gordon and co. So that was great. This season so far has been a very vast improvement over last season. They officially dropped the Case of the Week format, and they've just gone for an even greater overarching storyline. And this episode proved that, and for that alone, I will give it an 8.9, 8.8. I'll settle with 8.9 to be generous. 8.9 out of 10. Good episode. It's going to be a long wait waiting for the second half to get here will be very long. Alright, that's all for this video.